Hello everyone, we are Group 45. My name is Hongjin Fu and my partner is Jinwei Bi. We decided to design an access control system for our final project. So in this proposal presentation, we will cover motivation, abstract, methodologies and components, goals, evaluation, and our timeline.
And here comes to the motivation part. A recent study finds that the access control is shifting to mobile and cloud-based solutions, but the merging of physical and logical access control systems still faces many challenges. Like many security professionals complain that the security needs are not being met. Some current physical access control systems are not secure enough to protect facilities or the people, data, and intellectual property. Hence, how to improve the security of the access control system has always been an urgent problem to be solved. Meanwhile, we also noticed that once a criminal sabotaged the access control system and steal something afterwards, it could be both time consuming and energy consuming to find and arrest them. So in our design, we try to build an access control system that is secure to a certain extent. One of the highlights is that it can detain some trespasser. And as you can see in the illustration, our system will include following features. The first one is that we have an illuminating keypad, and the user will have to input correct password on the keypad to get access. The system will turn on a LED light to illuminate the keypad when it detects a user is nearby. And as for the alarming system part, if a user makes 3 wrong attempts entering the password, a buzzer will go off. And if a user tries to trespass or break the second door, and the first door will close so that the trespasser will get detained. So in the meantime, the alarm will set off as well. So in summary, the access system is protected by a password. A user will have 3 attempts to enter the correct password on the keyboard, or an alarming buzzer will go off. Trespasser will be detained if they try to break into the building using the system.
Now let's look at the methodologies. So the first problem that needs to be solved is keypad illumination. Group 45 will use the ultrasonic sensor in lab 3 to detect if a user is nearby. The ADC will read in the echo value from the sensor, and if a user is nearby, an LED will be turned on. The second problem is trespasser detaining. The system will have 2 doors. The first door will always be kept opening unless an interrupt happens. This interrupt will be triggered by a user trying to break into the second door. If the user applies a huge force on the door, the force sensor will sense it and triggers an interrupt. The third problem is door opening. The system will use servo motors as blocks. So when a correct password is entered, the servo motor will open the door. The fourth problem is timing. Our door will kept open for 20 seconds. The door will then be automatically closed. Timer 1 on the microcontroller will be used for timing. The fifth problem is alarming. A passive buzzer will be used as the alarm. And last but not least, the system will use a keypad as a user interface where the user can input password. And here are some components that we selected. The first one is a force sensor. The second one is a servo motor. The third one is a keypad, and the fourth one is our ultrasonic sensor.
And there are several factors that we need to consider for evaluation. The first one is power managed system. And we must ensure that the power managed system is appropriate for the whole system so that all parts of the system can behave normally. And secondly, the basic thing is to ensure that the password is unique and accurate, which means that only one set password can open the second door. Moreover, we must ensure that the user will have exactly 3 chances to enter the password. And after 3 incorrect attempts of a single user, the buzzer will set off immediately. So for the illumination part, the metric is whether the LED can be turned on immediately after detecting a person is about to enter a password. And last but not least, the main feature of our design is to detain the trespasser if there is any violation happens. Thus, we must ensure that the interrupt can be detected immediately so that the first door can close in time and the alarm will set off promptly. When in such an emergency, we need also ensure that no other interrupts can be triggered. So this is what I mean by saying there the reaction of interrupts must be immediate and accurate and independent with each other. And this is our timetable. And by the first milestone, our group will finish configuring each part of the system, the circuit of the design will be built, and the coding will be finished. Moreover, the system will be tested to ensure everything works as it is supposed to. And after milestone 1, our group will start building the actual prototype of the design. Cardboards will be used in the prototype. And I think there will be some errors and difficulties might arise during the process. So our group will modify them correspondingly. And it brings to the end of our proposal presentation. Thank you for your watching.